That's what feed is about. It's about letting a demon feed off of my body and soul and kill me.
Hi, I'm Andrew Trendle, you're watching NME, and we're here with Soccer Mummy.
Hi.
How's it going, Sophie?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad. How are you enjoying this awesome festive week in London?
It's fun. My shower is very cold.
All right.
I've been talking about it a lot, but that is a big thing that has made it not as fun.
So, what are some of your favourite London haunts? What do you like to get up to?
I always like to go to Dover Street Market and look at the clothes. That's really fun. It's really expensive though, so kind of just look. And I just like to try to see people. I like to go to Nando's.
Nando's.
That's a big one for me.
Because a lot of people from outside of the UK consider Nando's to be somewhat of a delicacy.
Yeah, I mean it is. I don't think we need to consider it. That's what it is.
I just think, I'll ruin Nando's right now. I think Nando's is overrated.
Okay.
But no, you're entitled to love it.
I'm just saying, in America, you cannot get that anywhere.
Dry, spicy chicken.
Yeah. you can get a moist, spicy chicken everywhere.
But so you must have been here quite a lot over the last couple. It's been nearly 2 years since you released Clean.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Isn't how do you still keep reading new artists talk about it, because that's not new.
Yeah, I'm not tired of touring. I love touring. I'm kind of tired of playing the same album over and over. That gets a little tired, even though I love the songs. And sometimes you'll start to hate one and then love another one for 2 months and then start to hate that one and love a different one. But I'm ready to play new songs.
And has 2 years on the road of being appreciated and cheered at, has that changed your life in a way that you think has sort of changed the way you write?
I don't think so. I think I still write very alone and only thinking about myself. Sounds a little narcissistic, but it's really just I don't try to write music for fans. I don't want to make something just for them. I want to share it with them after it's done, but the writing process is still just very singular and kind of isolating, I guess, in a way. I kind of turn inward and don't really come out during the writing process.
So how does it feel? Because obviously you've got the kind of insular way of doing it, and you're writing sort of markedly vulnerable and intimate. How has it been the last 2 years, kind of sharing that on such a mass level?
I think it's great because I love playing the songs, and I don't think I would love them if they weren't very personal and intimate. I think they wouldn't affect me very much, and I think they also wouldn't affect fans. So I think the shows would be different. It wouldn't be, meaningful to people. But sharing a lot of yourself with strangers is also a little odd.
Yeah.
People can be extremely supportive and extremely nice, and then people can be very weird, and now they also know something really personal about you to be weird about. So.
Do you feel like they're kind of combing your songs for clues, trying to be
No, I don't. I think that they can't really get actual clues because they don't know anything about my life or what has happened to me that inspires songs. But they do want to ask about it.
Next album, track 3, The Cold Shower. They'll know.
Yeah.
They'll know what you mean.
Oh, they'll know.
But how would you describe your relationship with also, do your fans have a name like Beliebers or?
They don't, because everything using my name sounds dumb.
Yeah.
If they would like to make one that sounds good, I would totally call them that if that's what they want.
Let's make this happen. Suggestions in the comments, please.
Everyone, decide for me, please.
There will be a prize, maybe.
Yeah, I'll start saying it. That'll be the prize.
So you recently released Yellow is the Colour of Her Eyes, which I was about to call a mini epic, but that kind of does it a disservice because it's an epic.
Thank you.
It's 1 minute longer than Bohemian Rhapsody.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody is only 6 minutes long.
That's pretty crazy.
So what can you tell us about kind of the process of writing that? Because again, that's really you laid there.
Yes.
It's about homesickness, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's about homesickness, particularly relating to the fact that my mom is ill at home. And, just feeling like I was losing time there with her, even though she's still alive and fine. It's really just when you have, like, something that is fleeting and you can feel it, it starts to get scary. So that's what that song is about. I wrote it on tour, and we actually in Holyhead. Is that in Britain? Is that in Ireland?
Sounds British. It
is like a fairy town.
Yeah, it sounds like there would be like a really bad service station nearby or something.
Yeah,
like
I think it's in Britain.
Yeah.
But this little town called Holyhead that we stopped in for a day before we took the ferry. I was already writing this lick that is the main guitar riff in that song, and kind of even working showed Graham, my bass player, like a bass part to go along with it, and starting to work up arrangement for the idea of this part of a song, but I didn't have any melody or any lyrics. And in that town is where I kind of started to like sit down and write the lyrics and the melody for it, and so that's kind of where the song itself started. But really, it was like two pieces of this, the first, 4 minutes of the song, and the outro that comes after that kind of came out of me playing around with this riff a lot and finding different things in that key that had similar, chord melodies going on, but, brought a totally different feel into it. And that's kind of where it broke into these two parts that were going to be. Originally, I was trying to find out a way for them to both be parts of the song, like verse, chorus, and then I realized it just needed to be this beginning part with an outro at the end, and that's how it ended up being a 7-minute song.
That's fucking awesome. And I mean, how do you feel? Has traveling the world changed your relationship to home?
I don't know. I've loved Nashville since, for forever. I think one thing that really made me love Nashville more was moving to New York and realizing how different other places are from, what felt like home to me. And that's when I really started to have a deep connection with home. So when I started touring, it wasn't this big realization of missing home. It was exciting and it was fun, and I knew I had home waiting for me when I got back. So no, I mean, I love my home, but I don't think touring takes that away at all.
Do you still live in Nashville, or are you?
I do live in Nashville still.
Favorite Nashville haunts, just so people can.
Brown's Diner. One of my favorite spots. Probably the first place I ever played a gig. Also, was in the bar, in the back of this small dingy diner, because my sister's friends and my parents' friends they were in a band together that would play there on Fridays or Saturdays or something, and I was really young, and one time I remember I I played some of my songs for a bunch of old bar dudes. So that was cool, and that's an amazing place. Brown's Diner is a great one. International Market was one of my favorites that just got torn down.
Oh.
But they're going to reopen, I think, in another restaurant, like a little stand or something. Some way they're coming back with some food, so I'll be able to go eat it again soon. Those are two things really close to my house, too. And then, Bolton's is amazing, which is hot chicken. Arnold's is amazing, which is a meat and three place. Yeah.
We've done our bit for small businesses now, so
yes.
that kind of reverses what we started with. And how representative would you say that track and Lucy are of the next record?
I would say the mixture of those two tracks is pretty representative. I mean, there's a lot more that's gonna, be shown in the new songs, but I think it kind of shows you that it's got variety. So, and I feel like they both songs have elements that a lot of the other songs have too.
I mean, how would you describe the character of the next record and what kind of sets it apart from Clean?
I feel like the next record, for one, the content of the lyrics is entirely different. It's not about growing up and finding romance. It's not about people that have relationships really that have hurt you. There's a couple songs that mention it, but for the most part, it's very much about me and struggles that I've gone through since, when I was a little kid, and reflecting on them now and seeing how I've been changed by them and seeing what new problems have arisen in my life over the years.
Is that direct connection important? Because I was talking to, do you know Girl in Red?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Girl in Red recently about how there's kind of people kind of trying to bunch in Generation Z acts like yourself, Clairo, King Princess, Kuko,
Mm-hmm.
etc. And about how there's this focus on young artists like of your age, like kind of killing it right now and speaking to people of their age. And I was trying to figure out what the secret and the reason is, but I guess it's just authenticity. No one's trying to be anything else.
Yeah, I think it is authenticity. I think that's a really important thing. I think when you start writing with this idea of trying to do something because people will like it rather than because it's what you're feeling, that's kind of when you lose it. But I also think that our generation is very, stressed. And, there's a lot of anxiety and there's a lot of fear about the future and there's a lot of uncertainty. And I think that comes across in a lot of those different kinds of music. It's just this, anxiety and this worry about the future and, even looking back to the past. So I feel like it's a common thing because of where we are as a generation, what we've grown up in.
Yeah, symptomatic of the fear.
Yes.
No one's going to make a bopping, confident kind of EDM record, saying, "We got this."
Yeah, no, I don't think that's coming.
And what can you tell us about this is a fucking good song, Feed? That song is evil.
Thank you. I was so happy to get to do that. As soon as I was told that the people from The Turning were interested in having me write a song,
yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, horror movie song. This is my dream. This is what I was made to do. I have to do it. I was also really paranoid at the time and anxious. So I was like, this is the perfect time in my life for me to write a demon song.
Is this your goth phase?
Yeah, it was my goth phase. Maybe not even goth, more just demonic specifically,
yeah.
Where I'm just obsessed with the idea of demons attacking me and following me. It's just paranoia. But yeah, I mean that's what Feed is about. It's about letting a demon feed off of my body and soul and kill me.
Is that on the record
So
too? Is that one of the? Is this a standalone?
No, it's not on the record. It's just for The Turning,
Yeah.
the movie. It's not part of. They're doing a soundtrack, and it's all original songs. So, that's theirs. It's mine too, but it's theirs, not for my records.
Have you been to the movies lately?
Yes, I actually kind of go to a lot of movies at home because I get really bored. I think the last movie I saw was Parasite. I want to say. And I thought that was great. I thought it was really good. I've seen a lot of bad movies in the past 6 months. I keep going to movies and being like, let's try this. Let's try seeing this movie. And then I end up, really disappointed. But really I'm going so that I can drink at the movies that I go to. There is a icy machine. It's like a Coke Icy with whiskey in it. So I'm mostly going so I can drink that and
Is that
lay down.
crushed ice, slushy kind of thing?
Yeah, it's just like a slushy.
Ooh, a whiskey slushy sounds great.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm just
it's
losing
fantastic.
my teeth.
The bartender, one of them knows me at this point because I go there.
You just nod and you're like, I know.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's that guy. One time he rewinded a movie for me because me and my friends were the only people there. Because the movies, I feel like, are not doing that well in America, at least in Nashville. But yeah, I just saw Charlie's Angels too.
Oh, how is that? I've heard mixed reviews.
I'm like, who's watching? I thought it was extremely entertaining, especially because of Kristen Stewart. But I thought it was horrible, really. But I found it really entertaining. I enjoyed it for how bad it was. Is that weird?
Yeah, some things are so bad they're good, which will later reveal themselves to actually maybe be good.
Yeah, maybe in 10 years I'm going to look back and be laughing out loud. I mean, I was laughing out loud in the theater.
Yeah.
I just don't think it was jokes. So that's kind of... But I loved it. I loved the movie.
It's good you get to do that. I mean, which I was going to ask you if more time to yourself was going to be one of your New Year's resolutions. Do you have any New Year / New Decade resolutions?
Not really. Trying to eat healthier, but I already started, so it's not really a New Year resolution per se. I'm also trying to like make my home decor a little bit better. That's a big thing.
House more gothic or like?
Yeah, more gothic is
Yeah.
what it is. That's what I'm looking at.
Scare the neighbors away.
I'm getting some purple like plum drapes for my windows in my room. I bought a lot of books on magic that I've been reading and demons. And I got a bar cart with some, like decanters, like those. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. But I've been really into decanters as well. I just want to feel like a Victorian vampire woman.
Yeah, Addams Family vibe.
Yes.
Can you do any magic?
No.
Right.
I don't think I can. I try. I don't think I'm there yet.
If you could master one magic trick, what would it be? Or like one spell?
Expelling demons. Yes, that would be it. I'm trying. Really trying out here.
Which is what we'll all need in the new year.
Yes.
Sophie, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.